newspaper, there's a very interesting story on page 13 on Kisii elites lead Uhuru campaign, and the team is said to have met in Nairobi to urge the president to make further trips to maintain the steam that he has initiated. Gentlemen, remember that Kisii has been named as a swing county by the Jubilee team. They believe that this is no longer the opposition zone if we go by how they voted in 2013. But Prof, what do you think? Do you think Jubilee has successfully managed to make inroads in Kisii County? And of course, both Kisii and Nyamira counties.
Yes. First of all, I like the heading, Kisii elites. When you're talking about Kisii elites, at the moment, you're actually talking about Kisii elites, Matiang'i and company. You are not talking about anybody else. You're talking about Matiang'i and his acolytes. Two, the Kisii elites, in general sense, covers two categories. There is the first category, which is of Kisii civil servants who have been appointed by Jubilee to top positions. And then there is the Kisii elected political leaders, both Jubilee and the opposition. Now, first of all, I would like to dissect the structure of that elite.
All right.
The first one is that the civil servants, through the trust of the Jubilee government, have been given the upper hand. And they are the ones who assist State House to plan the presidential trip. They are the ones who manage it on the ground together with the civil service, and the political leaders basically follow their lead. Now, if you look at it critically, the political leaders are the ones that are going to enable the president to get the kuras, not the elite. When, for example, last time the president was visiting Kisii, Minister Matiang'i pleaded in public that if you don't vote for Jubilee, I'll lose my job. As if it is those people who had put him in that job. It is the president who had put him in that job. So it was actually the president to plead for Matiang'i to the Kisii people. Secondly, you find that when we are talking about the Kisii elite, we are not talking about Kisii elite inclusively. We're talking about Kisii elite that supports Jubilee, the ones that they're talking about in the paper. And the truth is, the last visit by the president to Kisii County was probably the least successful of all the trips he's made there, largely because some of the venues, the audience failed to turn up. You take Magwagwa, for example. The president...
That was the first stop.
Yes. He reached there and there was basically nobody. Now, they went to the next stop. They basically had to spend time looking for people. If the civil servants, had allowed the politicians to mobilize people, the people would clearly have been at station by the time the head of state arrives. But the people, the civil servants, are hogging the political limelight.
So what are you saying? Kisii remains an epic fail for Jubilee?
Extremely. In fact, at the moment, I can say for free that Jubilee has worked very hard in Kisii, but the results are yet, or the indicators are not yet there.
Okay. This must